Hey friends, my name's Sophie and welcome back to your practice. Today I have a super stretchy, fluid and dynamic flow for you. So we're going to be moving continuously. It's going to feel really good in the body and hopefully be really fun for you as well. Before we get started, please remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Like this class and comment below if you can, if you have the time. It really helps me as a creator here on YouTube to continue to put up this content for you so we can continue practicing forever and ever. Without further ado, we're going to get started, but if you have a block at home, then just have one nearby. If you don't have one, no worries. I'm going to tell you what to do without it. Practice will be just as good. So Dexter and I are going to get started. So lay down on your back. Bring your block with you if you have it. Once you're on your back, lift your hips up and slide your block underneath, either on the lowest or the middle height, right under the sacrum. So like above the tailbone and below the lower back, just resting on the back of your hips. If you don't have a block, just rest on your back. And we're all going to take our feet as wide as the mat and start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Start to feel the sensations on the lower back, on the front of the hips, the side of the hips. Whether you're on a block or not, this should feel really nice. All right, then bring the knees back to center and bring them up in towards your chest. And just kind of rock side to side here. If you're on the block, your arms can rest by your sides. If you're not on the block, you can hug the knees into the chest. We're going to grab onto just your right knee and slowly extend your left leg, long left heel to the ground. And pull the right knee out and over to the right a little bit. Make sure your shoulder blades are still resting on the earth. Your neck is relaxed, your head is relaxed. Breathe into the depths of your belly. The knee comes back to center and we switch out the legs. Left knee in, right leg goes long. And this is called Ekapada Apanasana. You can take the left leg out to the left. Bring your knee back into your chest, bring both knees into the chest, and extend your legs straight up to the sky, and circle out your ankles a couple times in each direction. Give those ankles some attention and love. And then flex your feet back, bring your feet together, and flex them back. Squeeze your legs so they're nice and straight and strong. And then lower the feet down to the ground. Lift your hips up and move the block out of the way, if you have it there. And then you could move that to the side. And we'll bring the knees into the chest. We'll make our way up into tabletop. So you can rock up a couple times, you can rock up one time, but land in table. And then tuck your toes and walk your hands back and sit back on your heels for toes pose. We're going to stretch out the wrists. So we'll start with some circles, make fists, and just make some circles. We'll do it kind of quickly so we can really fire up the forearms and the wrist extensors and flexors. Switch directions. Okay, then take your palms out with your elbows bent by your sides, palms face up, and pull those fingers back towards front of your forearms, and then pull them in, make fists. So you go back and pull it in. Bring it back, pull, keep going. One more time. And then we're going to flick, like we're flicking water off our hands. Flick, 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 as fast as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's come back into tabletop. Move through some cat-cows to warm up the spine. We'll take one more round of cat-cows. Come back to neutral. And take your knees wide, feet together. Come into child's pose. And now flip your palms up. Palms face up, forehead on the earth. Press the backs of your hands and your forearms into the ground and hug your armpits in towards the midline of your body. You should feel a stretch right between your shoulder blades all the way on the upper part, so upper back. Keep pressing down through your hands. Then flip your palms so your palms are facing down. And walk your hands up, come back into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips for downward facing dog. And start to pedal it out. You might lift and lower your heels a few times. If you've been practicing yoga for a while, when you arrive on your mat, it feels like a coming home. What a beautiful thing to have this practice that we can come home to over and over again. Now set your knees down onto the ground back into tabletop. And take your left foot out to the left. So your knee stays down, your foot just kind of scoots out to the left like a kickstand. Your right leg goes straight back behind you and come into a modified or supported side plank facing the right side of the room. Take your right arm over your ear towards the front of your mat and press down into the sole of your right foot. So you get a nice big side bend stretch. Then bring your right hand down to the ground and walk your hands over to the right side. So now you're facing the right side of your mat. Keep your back toes untucked, sit back on your left heel, flex your right foot. Lengthen your spine and walk your fingertips down and forward as you fold. You'll feel a stretch in the right hamstrings. Deepen your breath. From there, come back up onto your hands, shift forward, and reach your right arm up to the sky. You get this opening through the right side, through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand back down and rise all the way up into gate pose. Place your right hand on your right thigh and take your left arm up and over towards the back of the mat. So right hand on thigh, left arm up and over. Knit your left side ribs in a little bit. And then rise back up. Put your left hand down onto the ground. Lift your right leg up so you're in like a supported half moon pose. Reach your right leg straight forward and then bring it straight back. Just a little activation of the hips. Leg goes straight forward. Bring it straight back into half moon. One more time, bring it forward and bring it back. Set your foot down, bring your hands down and come into tabletop. Take your right leg out to the right so your knee stays down. Extend your left leg straight back, supported side plank facing the left side of the room. Take your left arm over your ear to create one straight line from your left hand to your left foot. Open rib cage to the sky. And then bring your left hand down to the ground and sweep it over to the left side and then sit back on your right heel and flex your left foot, lengthen your spine and walk your hands forward as you fold. Stretch through the armpits and the side body, the lats, and keep reaching forward and crawling your hands forward. Flex your left foot again. And come back up onto your hands. keep your right hand down, reach your left arm up. Expanding through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, put your left hand back down and rise all the way up into gate pose. Put your left hand down onto the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over for a side bend. Make sure your left shoulder is down away from your ear. And then rise up. Put your right hand down onto the ground. Come into your modified half moon. And reach your left leg forward towards the front of the mat. And reach it back. Again, forward. And back. One more time. Reach it forward. Reach it back. Put your left foot down on the ground. And put your hand down, come back into table. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips for down dog. Then bring your feet together and lift your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, circle out your right ankle a few times if you'd like. Straighten that right leg out and step your foot outside of your right hand into lizard. Stay on your fingertips and put your back knee down onto the ground when you feel ready. Stay on the fingertips, lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg, shift your hips back, flex your right foot. Inhale, move forward, open the chest. Exhale, straighten the right leg, shift back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, pause there. Plant your left hand down, reach your right arm up. Big stretch through the right side of the right leg. And then inhale. On exhale, weave your right arm through to the left side. So like underneath your left arm, and then inhale, reach it back up again. So it's just kind of floating in space. Arm goes under, floating, reaches over to the left. Inhale, reach the arm up. Again, weave it through to the left, under your left armpit. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, put your hands down onto the ground. Shift back into lizard. Lift your back knee and step back to down dog. Now, if you're on a hard surface and that was hurting your knee and not comfortable, slide a blanket under there. Might as well make yourself comfortable. Let's keep going. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Circle your ankle around. And straighten your left leg back out. Lift it high. Inhale. Exhale. Step your foot outside of your left hand. Come into your lizard. Rise up onto your fingertips. Slide your back leg back. And put your back knee down on the ground. Untuck your back toes. Lengthen your heart. Or open your heart. Lengthen your spine. And then straighten your left leg. Shift it all back. Flex the foot. Inhale. Shift it forward. Exhale. Shift it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here with your left leg straight. Plant your right hand down. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Weave your arm through to the right side, floating. Inhale. Lift it up. Exhale. Weave it through. Inhale, lift it up. Once more, weave. And lift the arm up. And bring your hand down. Shift back into lizard. Tuck your toes. Lift your back knee and step back to down dog. Feet together again. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands with control into a low lunge. Then step your back foot up and in for pyramid pose. So left toes turn out to the left. You're on your left heel. So your whole foot is down, but your heel is down also. Lengthen the spine and fold over your right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Square those hips by drawing the right hip back a little. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lengthen and look forward. Walk your hands forward and come into supported warrior 3. Left leg straight back behind you. Good. Then keep your left fingertips down. You're in a T shape, right? So lengthen the spine. You're not down towards the ground. Put your right hand on your hip. Now, if this is too much, just keep your hands on the ground. But if you want to move forward with me, bend your left knee, grab onto the foot with your right hand, and revolve and open the chest to the right. Push your foot into your hand to create as much lift as possible through your left leg. Now extend your leg straight back, put your hands down on the ground, and bring your left leg over to the right side for what I'll call ostrich pose. I think at one point I was calling this gazelle, but I like ostrich better. So it's a cross-legged position. Lengthen and fold over your right leg. So then we'll lift the left leg back up to standing splits and step it all the way back to low lunge. Plant down through your left hand, lift your right arm up, and roll onto the outer edges of both feet. Either stay here or drop your left hip down and lift it back up. Again, drop it down and lift. And once more, drop and lift. And slowly step back to side plank. Option to put your right toes behind you for a wild thing. It's not a huge difference from side plank. You can choose to keep your chest facing the side, or you can open your chest to the sky a little more. And then we'll bring it all the way back around into plank pose. Then we'll lower all the way down or halfway down. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your left leg up. Step your foot with control between your hands. Low lunge, open the heart. And then step your back foot up and in for pyramid pose. Heel to the earth. Lengthen the spine, face forward, and fold over the left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale. Exhale. Again, lengthen, look forward. Walk your hands forward and lift your right leg up for warrior 3. Knit your ribs in. Reach your right leg back. Draw your left hip back in space. Either stay or keep your right fingertips down. Put your left hand on your hip. So start to open your chest to the left. And then bend your right knee and grab onto the foot with the left hand if you're able to. And kick up as you rotate to the left. Extend your right leg back again. Put your hands down. Bring your right foot over to the left side and fold over left leg. Steady your breath. We'll go back to standing splits. Right leg goes high. Step your foot back into low lunge. Plant your right hand. Lift your left arm up and roll onto the outer edges of the feet. So you might have to slide your left foot to the left a little bit more or back a little more. And either stay or bring your right hip down and lift it up. Again, lower. Lift. Once more, lower it down. Lift it up. And slowly step back to side plank, feet together. Maybe go into a wild thing, left toes behind. Open the chest. And then we'll come back into plank, all the way into plank, and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog. Breath in. And breath out. Look forward. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and a nice fold. Reach your arms up, stand up, and bring your hands together. Make Kali Mudra, so thumbs and index fingers together, arms straight up to the sky. Side bend to the right. Rise back up, inhale. Side bend left. Reach it up and over. Rise back up. And release your arms down as you fold. All the way back down. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold again. Chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Breathe. And bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your right, hook your elbow. Lift your left heel. And step your left foot all the way back into a lunge twist. Press the hands, lift the belly, firm your legs. Make your way into a high lunge. Arms up. Hook your thumbs and pull your arms apart from each other to create space in the shoulders. Maybe you take a little back bend here. Separate your thumbs. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Flip your right palm. Reverse triangle. Reach it back. Inhale. And exhale, come into triangle. Right hand down. And left arm up to the sky. Then look down at the ground. Make your way into half moon. Lift your left leg up. And slowly step all the way back to warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to low lunge. Put your back knee down on the ground. Untuck your toes, sweep your arms up to the sky. Inhale, hands to the ground. Slide your right foot over to the left side for pigeon. Place your hands on put your right hand on your thigh, your left hand on your foot. Press down and lift. And then fold, put your forearms down. Come back up onto your hands. You're going to plant your hands. Keep your right foot down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and lift your right knee up into your upper arm. And lower it back down. Keep your back knee lifted. Bring the right knee up into the upper arm, and lower it back down. Again, bring it up and down one last time. Bring it up, and step back to downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank. Lower onto your forearms for a forearm plank. Lower your hips down to the ground. Lift your chest. Now bend your right knee. Reach your right arm back and grab onto your right foot. Slide your left arm forward so you kind of go down with your chest. And then kick up and lift everything up for half bow. Good. Lower back down onto the forearms. And we'll do the other side. Bend the left knee, reach the left arm back, grab onto the inside of the foot, slide your right arm forward and down, and then lift everything up. And put your forearms back down to the ground, Sphinx pose. And then lower your hands down to the ground, tuck your toes, press up to plank or table, and then down dog. Look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat. Lift up halfway, fold. Chair pose, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to your left, hook your elbow. Lift your right heel. Step your right foot all the way back into a lunge twist. Come up into a high lunge. Hook your thumbs, maybe do the opposite one on top if you can remember. If not, no big deal. Pull your elbows apart or pull your hands apart, your thumbs, and open your chest. And then extend your arms up, release your hands, and open to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, flip your left palm, reverse triangle. Take your arms out wide, reach forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Look down at the ground. Make your way into half moon. Slowly step all the way back into warrior two. Flip your left palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, hands go down to the ground into low lunge. Put your back knee down. Reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Slide your left foot over to the right. Pigeon. Left hand on knee if you can. Right hand on foot to anchor down. And then put your forearms down on the ground. Rise up onto your hands. Plant down into the palms. Tuck your toes. Lift your back knee. Bring your left knee up into your upper arm. And down. And lift. Lower. Lift it up. Lower it down one more time. Lift it all the way up. Step back into downward facing dog. And now set your knees down on the ground. We'll sit all the way upright, setting up for camel. We're going to do it with hands interlaced. So interlace your hands behind your back. Open up your chest. And start to lean back. You can tuck your toes or have your toes untucked, whatever feels best for you. Now you'll come upright, but keep your hands interlaced. We're going to sit all the way down on the heels with your toes tucked. So you're in toes pose, you have your hands behind you. Then you're going into rabbit pose. So you're going to bring your head all the way to the ground, the top of the head. You roll onto it and your arms go overhead. If you are like me and you have a bun in the way, just do your best. So you're really rolling on top of the head, arms up and over. Try to keep the palms close together. Slowly rise all the way back up and release your hands down and come back onto your hands and round your spine for cat. Take a little side to side motions here in cat pose. And we'll come back to neutral and sit all the way down. Take your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Reach your arms up, bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward with a little bit of a bent knee. Lengthen again and fold. And then once you're there, if you want to straighten your legs more, you can. Two more breaths. Slowly rise all the way up. Lay down on to your back. Bring those knees into your chest. We made it full circle back to our backs. What a journey. Let's take the knees over to the right side for a twist. Left arm out to the left and open. Right hand on top of left knee. And try to get your left shoulder to the earth. Gaze over to the left. Notice if you're holding on anywhere. Where can you let go just a little bit? Bring your knees back to center and drop them all the way to the left. Right arm goes out to the right. Inhale, full. Exhale, empty. Inhale, full. Exhale, empty. Bring your knees back up to center. Give them a nice squeeze in. And release them all the way down for Savasana. Find a nice restful, comfortable state. Take up space on your mat. Close your eyes. Feel the freedom through your body. The body is free. Now the mind can be free. I'll guide you back in just a couple minutes. Allow yourself to drift off into open awareness. Begin to bring a little movement back into your body. If it feels good, stretch your arms overhead, stretch your toes forward, take a full body stretch. Make your way over to one side and begin to slowly press yourself up into a seat. And once you get there, take a full breath in. Empty it all the way out of your mouth. Once more like that, all the way in, fill up, empty out. Well, let's bring our palms together and we'll bow in gratitude for this practice. Thank you.